Welcome to another marvelous episode of College Football Showdown. I am the governor of college football, and with me, as always, is my co-pilot Jalen Wilson. And Jalen has left the building. I'm not sure where he's at, but we're gonna be all right. Welcome back, Jalen.
Yeah, as soon as it started, like my stuff, like my tab just restarted. I was like, "What the heck?"
That's crazy. That's crazy, brother. Not sure why it's not letting me go live on Twitter. I'm starting to get mad. But anyway, welcome. It's been a minute since you and I did to this. We done the show, Jalen. How you been, bro?
Been pretty good. I ain't really been up to too much. Been pretty good though. Been pretty good. Can't complain.
That's it. What you been up to, man?
Not much. Birthdays and hanging out.
Graduations and hanging out and all that good stuff. The whole 9 yards. Alrighty, man. So we're gonna go heavy superlative today. Everybody else going heavy superlative. I've been having a lot of fun back doing Governor of College Football live 4 days a week. I'll be live at 4 with Governor of College Football. We're live now for College Football Showdown, and in the morning be live of World of College Football at 5. So we're giving y'all, a bunch of shows after a bunch of shows, man. CFB Nation, proving that there truly is no off season in college football. So we are going to get into our first topic of the day, which is your top 10 teams and why. Jalen, I think we should go bar for bar. You name your you give your 10 reasons why, and then I'll give my 10 reasons why. You can go ahead.
Okay. 10, I got Arizona State.
Arizona State in the top 10. Interesting.
Okay. I feel like what they got with they got a lot of returning production, including Sam Leavitt.
Leave it or Levitt. I really want to say
I think it's Levitt actually. Now that you say it. Mm-hmm. Jordan Tyson coming back. Who else I write down? Kyson Brown, Miles Rouser, Xavier Alford. A lot of pieces really on that defense that's coming back for real. I know they got edge rusher. They got 2 cornerbacks coming back. I know they went out and attacked the transfer portal. So they're at number 10. Number 9 for me is Illinois.
Okay.
The only reason I got them above Arizona State is because I believe Brett Bielema is a better coach than Kenny Dillingham, despite Kenny Dillingham getting to a playoff. But yeah. I mean, Illinois got lots of return production as well. Return a good amount of offense. The wide receiver room is the part that scares me the most about that team. And the defensive play calling. Aaron Henry's our defense coordinator. I want to trust him. He got better last season than it was the previous season, but the defense still had a lot of holes. It was just good enough at times. Yeah, the wide receiver room still scared me though. But I like our running backs, like our offensive line, like our defensive line, like our secondary, like our quarterback most definitely. He will be in my top 5. But yeah, Illinois is number 9 for me.
Okay.
Also, South Carolina would be my honorable mention. South Carolina just didn't make the cut.
They just missed the cut. So you think Arizona State initial field beating South Carolina?
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 8 for me is Alabama. Of course, losing Jalen Milroe, lost some more pieces, especially in the transfer portal.
I think Jalen Milroe with Ryan Grubb, I would see that as a gain.
Yeah.
With them versus, and especially the way Ty Simpson has looked this spring season.
I mean, they returned some key pieces on offense: Ron Williams, Jam Miller, Jeremy Bernard, Parker Brailsfield, and Caden Proctor. How could I forget? But they also got like LT Overton, who's returning defense. Justin Jefferson, also returning linebacker. Deontay Lawson, who will probably be one of the best returning linebackers in the country. The secondary kind of scares me a bit, but I'm going to trust it. Yeah, I know they went out in the transfer portal. Who would I have down? They got Cameron Calhoun from Utah. Good. Also Isaiah Horton from Miami.
Mhm.
The wide receiver room kind of scared me a bit. I like Kellen DeBoer. He's good. I still don't feel like he was the guy, honestly. I feel like he was just the guy because everybody was taking up at that point when Nick Saban retired. But yeah, number 7, Oregon.
Did you just say that Kellen DeBoer is just the guy and not the guy?
Yeah, he's just a guy on the thing right now. So
Wow, incredible.
hey, you can go
Incredible.
super screen.
Alrighty. So we're talking about our top 10 teams. Jalen did have to run for a second. So I'm going to go ahead and pull mine up. I know I got them in here somewhere. It's probably on my phone. It's probably the easiest way to go. If I go to Moon, because I know I sent. Oh, man, maybe I didn't. Let's go to photos. So how y'all doing today? Just so you guys know, World of College Football will be going live at 5 p.m. today. That's Eastern Standard Time. And then Governor of College Football, we're live at 4 p.m. today. And that's Eastern Standard Time as well. So we're talking about our top 10 teams. Then we're going to get into our top 10 quarterbacks. I'm trying to pull up the graphics. Post spring, I guess, would be the key word. Alrighty. So my post spring top 10. I have Texas at 1. Now this is post spring. This will probably change after fall camp. I'll go 10 and 1, but y'all know who at 1. At number 10, I had Illinois. Number 9, I had South Carolina, the Gamecocks. I'm really big on them this upcoming year. At number 8, I had Notre Dame. At number 7, I have Alabama. At number 6, I had Oregon. Number 5, Georgia. Number 4, Ohio State. Number 3, Penn State. Number 2, Clemson. Really high on Clemson. Dabo Swinney and company can 100% for sure win it all. There's no doubt in my mind. They can absolutely win it all. So really excited about that team. And then number 1, Texas, like I told you earlier. I feel like my top 10 is kind of well-rounded. I like it a lot. I like Illinois a lot. Definitely like Luke Altmaier. I like the Luke Altmaier, Barry Lundy Jr. combination. Huge fan of that combination. South Carolina, Shane Beamer's cooking up, man. He reminds me so much of his dad. He really does. Reminds me an awful lot of his dad. So those are my top 10 teams. I got Illinois at 10, South Carolina at 9, Notre Dame at 8, Alabama at 7, Oregon at 6, Georgia at 5, Ohio State at 4, Penn State at 3, Clemson at 2, Texas at 1. Those are my top 10 teams. We're also going to talk about our top 5 quarterbacks today, top 10 quarterbacks today. Also going to talk about our top 5 running backs as well. Looking down to see if Jalen is ready. He's not ready just yet, and that's okay. So we're going to go back to our media assets, and then I'll start talking about my top 10 quarterbacks. And I have it somewhere here. Maybe I closed out the window like an idiot. I think I did. So go back. Pull my list up. Alrighty. So my list is probably different from most people's list. I like it a lot. Because it's not the same as everybody else's, and there's different reasons I like certain quarterbacks. So my QB1 heading into this college football season is Garrett Nussmeier. Garrett Nussmeier is my QB1. I believe he can make all the throws. I like him a lot. I probably should have went 10 and 1, but I feel like going 1 and 10. So I got Garrett Nussmeier on the list at 1. I believe with that offense to be able to do this year, they're going to be dynamic. And if they don't win a whole bunch of games, then we're going to start looking at Brian Kelly differently. I think we're 100% going to start looking at Brian Kelly differently. Just man real. At number 2, I got Cade Klubnik, and I struggle with Garrett Nussmeier and Cade. If I'm being honest, I just struggle with those two a lot. As far as where I'm at with them. Certain days it change. I'm not going to change it until fall camp if I do change it. But right now, I got Garrett Nussmeier at 1, and then I got Cade Klubnik at 2. At 3, I have John Mateer from Wazoo. He's now in Norman at Oklahoma. He's my number 3rd ranked quarterback. I have, heading into this year. Behind them at 4, I have at 4. At 4, I have Sam Levitt. No, at 4, I have Drew Aller from Penn State. Yeah, 1,327 yards last season, 24 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. I'm going to talk about Penn State a great deal today on Governor of College Football. I believe that this kid has an immense amount of talent and that they just need to give him the keys. I truly do believe that. So I got Garrett Nussmeier at 1, Cade at 2, John Mateer at 3, Drew Aller at 4, Sam Levitt at 5. Here's where it starts to get tricky after this. After this, it starts to get tricky. At 6, I have. Who do I have? At 6, I have. Do I want to put him at 6? And I'm going to put him at 7. At 6, I have Sawyer Robertson. And then welcome back. Jalen's back.
My bad, y'all. I'm at work.
Alrighty. So finish your top 10 list, brother.
Can you hear me, KT?
Yeah, I can hear you. Finish your top 10 list.
Yeah. So I ain't finna try to take too long. Oregon is number 8. I feel like they're good, but I feel like they lost a lot of offensive production. Ted Johnson, to be exact. Return Evan Stewart, which is good. They lost 2 offensive linemen, I think, to the draft. Lost Dylan Gabriel, of course. Don't know what to expect with the quarterback, Dante Moore. I believe he is probably going to be the starter. But who? I don't know. They have a deep quarterback room, but they have a very deep, unproven quarterback room.
For sure.
So that's going to be interesting to watch. That's why they're not, at number 8 and not really high. If they had like a proven quarterback or a couple of proven receivers that I can really trust, then I'll be much higher.
Yeah, it'll switch.
Also, Tosh Lupoy is still the defensive coordinator. He had a cool.
He's been better, bro.
But the problem is he fell off near the end of the season. That man showed the bad side of him during the end of that season. That was my number 7. Number 6, I got Notre Dame. Jeremiah Love, Jordan Faison, Jaden Greathouse, who I'm just waiting for Greathouse to have a big season. I'm just waiting for him to have a big season. He just needs that right quarterback. That's it. He just needs that right quarterback.
Why do you feel like Jadarian Price is disrespected, bro? Why is he so disrespected?
Probably because Jeremiah Love is so good. And you got to think Jeremiah Love was the one that he was that workhorse during the playoffs. So, when all the casuals didn't watch.
Right. Because I feel like
did watch, Jeremiah Love
running
was
back
that star.
is just as good as Penn State's. Like, for me, it's Penn State at 1. Yeah, of course, both of Penn State running backs rushed for over 1,000 yards. Yeah. But, I mean, hell, Penn State at least had Tyler Warren. You know what I'm saying? And Drew Aller. You know what I'm saying? Like Jadarian Price is real deal. He's starting for 98% of the teams across the nation.
Yeah, but you got to think Jeremiah Love performed so well in that playoff
He did.
The last perception we have in Notre Dame is Jeremiah Love.
Yeah, for sure. That's the lasting one. I would agree. That's the lasting one for sure.
So it's like remember Trayvon Henderson had that crazy freshman season. It's like the last thing I remember him was him being this really great running back, and then it was high hopes for him going into the next season. Now injuries did hit him, but he was also kind of underperforming as well. So it's like
Mayan Williams had a better year.
Mayan Williams
and then Dallin Hayden at times was really good that year. So I'm with you.
Number 6, I was.
Who you have at number 6? I'm interested to hear that.
I went Georgia. I was contemplating between Georgia and Ohio State at 6 and 5. I went Georgia. Not really liking. I mean, Georgia's cool. I'm not a big Gunnar Stockton fan. Oscar Delp is
Me either.
good.
Me either.
They got Josh McCray. I'm not expecting too much from like the running back room. They're okay. They're okay. I don't think it's like a top running back room in the nation, if you ask me. They added Josh McCray, who's cool, but I watched him at Illinois. He's a guy that starts slow in the season. He more so picks it up near the end of the season. Zachariah Branch was a cool addition, but I'm not. I don't know. Like Zachariah Branch is really underwhelming. Like he's cool if you use him right. I don't think Georgia will use him right. So yeah, that honestly thinking about it now, the way I talk about them, they might be lower. Number 5. Do I put them actually? Yeah, you know what? I just moved them down right now. LSU.
Really?
Yeah, I
LSU
like
number
LSU.
5.
Yeah, I like LSU.
I didn't know you was that high on. You know, I'm high on LSU. I didn't know you were that high on LSU.
Yeah, picked up Patrick Payton. Picked up Nick Anderson. Garrett Nussmeier returning. Who else I got down? Aaron Anderson is returning. Harold Perkins is returning now. I'm interested to see how he returns off that injury. Brian Kelly's the only question mark.
I agree.
Brian Kelly's the only question mark, really. He's the only he's my big concern. Well, I ain't gonna say he's the only question mark, but he's my big concern. It's like I watched Brian Kelly for over 10 years now. That man has
I've never believed, bro. And people get so upset at me because I don't, bro.
That man has a real tendency to underperform. I'm not high on Brian Kelly. I'm not.
Like, me either. And then people like defend him so quickly. I'm like, all right, man, whatever you say. Like, you know, it's my prerogative, bro. Like Bobby Bell said, bro. I don't get the hype. I don't believe the hype.
4 is Ohio State. Julian Sands just the starter. You know, just break that news to you right now, KT. Just so you don't got to go to this 202 quarterback thing. Julian Sands a starter. Like,
okay, he's the starter based on what?
Well, he was the guy they got out the portal. Not only was he was the 5-star they got out the portal. Like they paid the man. Okay. They're going to start him. Like,
alrighty. So, how much of the spring did you watch?
I watched
because he was outperformed. He was outperformed by Lincoln Conhouse. He was, and he shouldn't have been. He shouldn't have been.
Like that's cool, but you know, the politics of it. They recruited him out the portal. They chose him over Aaron Nolan, basically.
For sure.
And
I'm hoping I want you to be right because I believe Julian Sands has an immense amount of talent, but he just what's taking so long?
I don't know. When I looked at it though, I was just like, when you look at those, like I'm looking at like, you know, it's like in the NBA or NFL, you pay a person a big contract, you're gonna play them. You're gonna play them until like they're bad enough to where okay, like you know what, you unplayable.
Everybody sees that, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And I think that's like I think that's the thing with saying right now till he like proves that okay, like I'm clearly the best player on the field, or the best quarterback on the field. Okay. That's why I think he's gonna be the starter. They chose him over so many quarterbacks, and not only did they choose him over something like they chose him over another 4 or 5-star quarterback in Aaron Nolan. Came in the same class as him. Went to the portal, paid him NIL money. Like I don't know, I just don't see a school doing that without starting them.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%.
Jeremiah Smith returning, Carnell Tate returning, Caleb Downs returning.
Yeah.
Davison, don't know how to say his last name, cornerback. He's returning. He had Ohio State fans were indifferent about him at times last season. They was big on him, but then they wasn't. Yeah, they got Ryan Day. Yeah, I got them at 4. Interested to see my top 3?
Yeah.
So give me Texas.
Okay.
Don't know how you feel about that, but I like Texas.
At number 3?
Yeah.
They were number 1 in my top 25.
I don't know about all that.
It might change. It may change by fall count, but
But
yeah.
number one, number three ain't too big. Colin Simmons, Anthony Hill, Trey Moore returning.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So they
Arch
mean
Manning,
you got Penn State or Clemson at one.
Clemson number one, Penn State number two.
Okay.
Yeah, I just feel like one, Penn State don't got Penn State not in the Big Ten.
Okay.
I mean, Clemson not in the Big Ten. Penn State is. Also, like James Franklin, I just can't trust you, bro. I just can't trust you. I can't. I mean, bro, you're Brian Kelly of the Big Ten. It's cool. It's cool, bro. You're Brian Kelly of the Big Ten.
That's crazy, and that might not be wrong.
But you actually got playoff wins, so there's also that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I was disappointed in Penn State last year. Some people was comfortable with what they did. I didn't think they did enough based on their alignment and
but
the college
I
football
also will
playoff.
say, James Franklin, you're not in the clear though. You listen. I respect the 12-team playoff, but I don't respect the 12-team playoff. You know, them some phony seeds. Is just telling you, boy. There's some phony seeds.
I agree. I agree.
Because let's be, if it was a 14 playoff, he wouldn't be in. If it was an 18 playoff, he wouldn't have been in.
He wouldn't have been in. You're right. And you know, I was a huge proponent of the 8. You were a huge proponent of the 6, right?
Yeah, I was for 6 or 8. I just thought 12 was too much, and now you're talking about 14, 16 teams. No, please.
I'm down for 16 if the with the player. Well, apologies. With the playing, I'm cool with 16. Like, you know, especially if we do the auto for, like, you know, Big 10 gets 4, SEC gets 4. I'm cool with that. As long as we do that. Have you heard about that? The playing games like we have in the NBA?
No, but I
Doing
wouldn't mind that. Honestly,
like,
wouldn't mind that.
so like the first, I think 2 teams earn their spot, and then the three and, you know, 6 play and 4 and 5 play. Like for those final 2 spots, that'd be pretty cool.
I wouldn't mind that actually.
Alrighty, so while you were gonna list it off my top 10, I'll list them all off again. I got Illinois at 10. Really believe in what Brett Bielema is doing. Seeing what he, you know, did in the bowl game last year versus South Carolina really made me. I'm like, yo, he out schmucked a schmuck, and I love seeing it. Number 9, I got South Carolina. I'm not buying the Arizona State thing 2 times in a row. I looked at my media packet the other day. I picked it up. I looked at it. I was like, damn, I had Arizona State at 12. Some of the teams I had over them, it's just laughable, bro. I'm sorry, I had them as the last 10. I forgot many teams, maybe 16. But I'm not buying it this year. I'm just not. And maybe that's more to speak on that I'm all in on Matt Campbell and Rocco Beck and Iowa State this year. But I got South Carolina at 9. I got Notre Dame at 8. I think it's time we start respecting Marcus Freeman. I feel like we give Brian Kelly more respect.
But people don't respect Marcus Freeman?
They don't. They don't. Right? You know, think about the Northern Illinois loss this past season. The Marshall.
It's Notre Dame, bro. They've been doing that my whole life.
Right. People don't respect him, bro. And he did something sneaky last year and getting Mike Denbrock as offense coordinator. He was in the national championship this past year. But people don't respect him. I got Alabama at 7. I'm all in on Alabama this year. I wanted to put them higher. I really did. I'm all in on Ty Simpson.
Kellen Boyd, not the guy, man. I'm telling you.
Hey, listen, he the guy. Listen, he was too soft last year, bro. He's tight. He's tightening things up, bro. I promise you. And Ryan Grubb is that guy.
I like Ryan Grubb.
Yeah, like, and he did well in Seattle last year. It's just overall as a team, they didn't do well. I got Oregon at 6. I'm not high on Oregon. I look at this list and I say, I'm cool with swapping Oregon and LSU, and I got LSU just right outside the 10. But I don't trust Brian Kelly, so they're gonna stay outside of 10. I got Georgia at 5. Georgia was one of those teams I said, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna like this pick at 10. I did Florida Gators. I went through their schedule yesterday.
They got no schedule.
I really looked at, yeah, they do, but I really looked at their roster, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I think they may have the best offensive line in college football. I really do. Like that kid, Jake Slater, the Slaughter, the center.
Yeah.
He's real deal, man. And then like everybody they're returning has ample starts. One of their starters SEC offensive lineman of the week 4. I was just looking at their roster. I'm looking at their running back. How does Florida always have 2 running backs? So if I could do this again, looking at this now and knowing what I know now about Florida would be in my top 10. I think they'll win 10 games this year. Georgia at 5. Actually, I'm not going to swap Georgia and Florida, but Georgia's outside of the top 10. I'm moving everybody down. I'm taking Georgia out of my top 5, out of my top 10. Give me Florida at 5 over Georgia. I'm that big on, like, once I looked at the roster construction, I was like, I was wrong about them last year. I'm not going to be wrong about them this year. So I got Illinois at 10, South Carolina at 9, Notre Dame at 8, Alabama at 7, Oregon at 6, Florida at 5, Ohio State at 4, and I want to take them down even more. Penn State at 3, Clemson at 2, and Texas at 1. Yeah. I'm all in.
Not bad. Honestly, I think my quarterback list is gonna get you.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's get to it.
I'm gonna start. I'm going 1 to 5.
You gonna go 1 to 5? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 1 to 5.
Number
1 got K. Klubnik.
Okay, agreed.
Number 1 got K. Klubnik.
I agree with him being high. He's not my number 1 quarterback, but I agree with him being high.
Is number 1 my number 2?
Who's your number 2?
Garrett.
Yeah. Well, see, I got Garrett winning the Heisman. I got into week 3 or 4 camp. So I'm all in on Garrett Nussmeier. But you know what hurts me? I believe in Dabo Swinney, bro. And I want him to dunk on everybody if they win a national championship. I'm out on Brian Kelly. So I think it'll switch. It'll probably switch during fall camp because I'm going to do this again during fall camp. It'll probably switch by then because that's like, LSU is probably going to be the funnest offense to use on college football 26, bro. But at the same time, Brian Kelly, the coach, bro. So anybody who has K. Klubnik over Nussmeier, I get it. But Nussmeier, you remember how much I wanted to hate him last year, bro?
Yeah, but Nussmeier makes too many mistakes for me.
He does.
In my opinion.
He does. I can say that I can deem that true.
I kind of went off based off what they did last year, and I kind of projected a little bit what I think they're gonna do this upcoming season. Yeah. Which is why this guy's having number 3, DJ Lagway. I love Lagway, bro. I love DJ Lagway.
He's undefeated as a starter. Did you know that?
And you know what? They would have beat Georgia if he didn't get hurt.
Undefeated as a starter and not injured. He's undefeated as a starter and not injured. Yes. Yeah. I think so too. Yeah, that kid's amazing, bro.
Carson Beck played so poorly that game.
He's not in my top 10. I'll tell you that right now.
he would be my top. Honestly, Luke Nichols better. He's just a freshman.
So. Fun fact: Lagway ain't in my top 10 either.
Really? I love I watched Lagway last year.
Lagway too. I think his team's going to do well, so he'll be up there. But I think they can beat you more than one way, bro. Like they can really run the rock. They can legitimately run the rock with Jackson and Ball. Like, man, I'm telling you, Florida is real deal. I only got them losing 2 games this year. Who you got next? Oh, was that was what, number 3?
Yeah, it was number 3.
Who you got at 4?
I had Luke Ottmeyer. Somewhat because I was being biased, and I finally get to put Illinois quarterback in the top 5 list.
Luke is a dude.
But I honestly think he's gonna take more of a jump this season than he did last season. I feel like Illinois will be better. That will help. That will boost him. I honestly feel like we're gonna run the rock more with him too.
I think so. He showed the ability to be mobile last year.
Yeah, and then number 5, I went back and forth with myself. I gave Drew Aller the bump over Sam Leavitt, but yeah, Drew Aller was number 5. So
really,
yeah.
Oh, we're beefing, bro. we're beefing not because I agree with you with Drew Aller over Sam Leavitt, but there's somebody that you don't got in your top 5 who absolutely needs to be in your top 5.
Who am I forgetting? Arch Manning?
Nah. Arch Manning.
Lenore Sellers?
Arch Manning not even in my top 10. I agree with Greg McElroy. We ain't seen enough of him. John effing Mateer, bro.
He's good. I just think Drew Aller's gonna be better.
Drew Aller's gonna be really good this year. But Mateer? with being with Arbuckle, with the players that Oklahoma was able to go get in the portal.
Yeah.
What? Did you see Mateer stats last year?
Yeah.
You see how many yards he rushed for, bro? That kid is a dual threat quarterback, bro. Let me give you John Mateer stats, bro. I got him right here. Don't even worry. You don't even gotta look for him. 29 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 826 yards rushing, 15 rushing touchdowns. Mateer is him, bro. If I wasn't on this Garrett Nussmeier train, bro, Mateer is him.
So I'm guessing Mateer is your number 2?
Huh? No. He's 3.
Okay.
K number 2. Come on now. I got Garrett Nussmeier 1. I got K 2. I got John Mateer 3. I got Drew Aller 4. And at 5, I'm gonna have somebody's about to piss you off.
Who?
I got Sawyer
Jalen
Robertson.
Daniels?
No, Sawyer Robertson at 5.
Oh, okay. I could see it. See it. I mean, Mateer is not a bad number 3. I don't know.
Yeah, but I like Sawyer Robertson.
If it was a person if it was a person I would replace on my top 5, if I want an Illinois fan, it would probably be Luke.
I like Luke though. I like Luke. But you don't have John Mateer in your top 5, bro. That's crazy. Maybe I'll buy into the hype. I don't know, bro. I like John Mateer.
I mean, he was good last year. Well, yeah. He was super good last year, but
yeah. I think his 2024 campaign was more impressive than Cam Ward 2023 campaign in Pullman.
2023. You talking about when Cam Ward was at Washington State?
Yeah. I think Mateer's was more impressive. I really do believe that. Like I 100% believe that, bro.
Like I mean, of course, Lagway is like the polar bear in Texas on my list, but
no, Lagway is good, bro. Like, and when we talk about teams,
yeah,
like come on, bro, they're legit.
But like with Lagway, I mean, like I just project that he's going to be like in the top 3.
Yeah, he will be.
I project that he'll be in the top 5.
His offensive line is better than everybody's that we've mentioned so far on this list. He got players that wide out. Like I think Dallas Wilson is going to be a dude that's a true freshman, bro.
Like I watched him last year. I'm like, bro, he's like a tier above like lots of freshmen, true freshman quarterbacks from last season. Like,
yeah, I agree. So, who's your 6 through 10? Lenore Sellers almost had Sawyer Robertson. I just really like Sawyer Robertson. I don't know how much of his game you've seen, but he's really good, bro.
I haven't saw much of Sawyer Robertson. So John Mateer, Lenore Sellers, Sam Leavitt.
I love your list. Your list is probably better than mine. I think if you did like a pick 'em, people will pick your list more than they would pick mine.
Really?
Yeah, because I got some guys up there that they're not gonna be on a lot of people's list.
Oh, I kind of my guy,
same
person also.
same.
So it's like I put Haynes King up there like 10.
Greg McElroy had Haynes King at 10 too.
Yeah, like I put him up at 10.
And that is one of your guys though.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, I put him up at 10. No, sorry, I put him at 9. I threw Archie in at 10 because I'm really high on Arch. Like
I am too, but it was just like the lack of snaps.
Yeah, but I feel like we've seen enough to where it's like, okay, now it ain't been against crazy tough competition. Now against Georgia, he wasn't that good, but Texas against Georgia really wasn't that good at that time. Like, and he was kind of just tossed in there. They tossed him in there after the offensive line was getting blown up, if I'm not mistaken. Who was it, Jalen Walker or something like that? Was in that backfield all day for Georgia. Quinn Ewers played terrible that game also. Yeah, but I feel like it's enough snaps out there to kind of get the feel of what he's going to be as a quarterback. Maybe not tell the full story, but at least tell some of it. So yeah.
So here's my 6 through 10. So I'm gonna reset my top 5. Then I'll do 6 through 10. I got Garrett Nussmeier at 1. I got Cade at 2. John Mateer at 3. Got Drew Aller at 4. Sawyer Robertson from Baylor at 5. Sawyer Robertson really lit it up last year. He had 28 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 230 yards rushing, additional 4 touchdowns rushing. After him, I got Lenore Sellers. And Lenore Sellers is interchangeable. When I look at a guy on my list that can make a jump to 1, is him for sure. At 7, Avery Johnson. Why is that kid so hated, bro?
I'm not a huge Avery Johnson fan either.
I haven't seen him on a lot of people's top 10 lists. So I see that a lot of people don't have it, but he had 2,700 yards passing last year, 25 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, which are high. 605 yards rushing, another 7 touchdowns on the ground. I like Avery Johnson a lot. And another guy I'm a huge fan of is Josh Hoover, the guy that that team in Knoxville was trying to tamper with down in TCU. So I like him a lot. And then Rocco Beck, I didn't see Rocco Beck on anybody's list. Rocco Beck is in my top 10 from Iowa State, but I'm big on Iowa State this year too. So that's predictive analysis. And then I got Luke Altmaier at 10.
At 10.
Yeah, I got Luke Altmaier at 10.
I would just I'd much rather you just keep him off the list.
Nah, he's on the list, bro. I like Luke Altmaier. It's rating these people are hard because could you put Luke over Rocco? You could. Could you put him over Josh? You could. Could you put him over Avery? You could.
You say that I ain't too pressed about it then.
Yeah.
You saying he 10, but he could be number 8.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm saying he could, but I got Sawyer Robertson probably higher than everybody else got him. But I'm a huge fan of Sawyer Robertson. So who your top 5 running backs, brother?
I'm gonna go 1 to 5 again. Jeremiah Love, number 1.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Yeah. Fam, I like the ESPN list. One day, and they had like Kaytron Allen and Nick Singleton like 2 and 3. I was like, I don't agree with that. That was.
Mm-hmm.
2, I do got Nick Singleton.
Mm-hmm.
3, I got Isaac Brown.
Louisville, real deal.
Yeah, very high on Isaac Brown this season.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have? 165 carries last year. 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns.
Or limited carries. Yes.
Yeah, very high on Isaac Brown. Then at number 4, I got Ahmad Hardy.
Mm-hmm.
What did he have last year? 237 carries. 1,300 yards, 13 touchdowns. He only had 8 receptions, 72 yards. So there's that, but like after that, I got Mekhi Hughes with Tulane, 1,400 yards, 15 touchdowns.
He's nice.
Yeah, he is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Then my last spot, I had I know I'm gonna mess up the first name. I think Quintravion Wisner.
Quintravion Wisner from Texas. He's a real deal. Yeah. He's a real deal. And the fact they get CJ Baxter this year, I love your list, Jalen. I really do. I feel like
people don't sleep on Ahmad Hardy, honestly. At least overall. Maybe not big college football guys.
My top 5 is number 1. I got Love. I agree with you with Love. Jeremiah Love. And number 2, I got Kaytron Allen. I prefer Kaytron Allen over Nick Singleton.
Okay.
I do. I think Nick Singleton gonna give you that wow because he got that pop and he get a lot of long breaking plays. But I think Kaytron Allen is more consistent, bro. Like I prefer a guy that's gonna consistently give me 5 yards. Just give me that. I'm cool with it. So I got him at 2. Got the kid from Louisville at 3.
Isaac Brown.
I got Isaac Brown at 3. I got Wisner from Texas at 4. And then
it's different from mine right now.
It's not.
Just Kaytron Allen.
Yeah, it's just Kaytron Allen. And at 5, I have Jadarian Price. Because I'm just that like.
So instead of 2 Penn State running backs, you went 2 2 Notre Dame running backs.
Yeah. And then Singleton be just outside of the list. Now, like I said, Singleton, why you? But like, I love the consistency that Kaytron Allen brings, bro.
Is there like an Ashton Jeanty you can see? Like, of course, Ashton Jeanty was a running back that he didn't have hype really on his name.
Yeah.
But if you watched college football last year, or at least the season before last season, then like you knew, okay, Ashton Jeanty was good, but you wouldn't expect him really to be
No,
You
no.
know, close to Barry Sanders' record.
There's
Like,
a kid at UNLV, who Jaden Thomas.
mm-hmm.
He didn't get talked about a lot last year because of what Ashton Gency did. But he's a guy that can pop this year, and I think UNLV is gonna win the conference too. I think they're gonna win the Mountain West. He's the guy that can
You think
pop this year.
you think Jay not could make a list for or could make a push for a top 5? Maybe like top 7?
I could. He really could, especially if we get in what he did his first year at Cal.
Mm-hmm.
Last year was abysmal, bro. What he averaged, like 3.3 yards per carry?
Yeah, it wasn't that good.
It was bad, but he's in Norman. He's with John Mateer. So if we like the way I see it is if we think that John Mateer is going to be good, we think Bernard Buckle as their quarterback going to be good. Then of course we got to say that Jaden Ott is going to have some success as well. But yeah, Jaden Thomas, bro, averaged almost 6 yards a carry, had 118 yards, 7 touchdowns. I think he can pop this year. Give him some carries. That kid can pop. I like him a lot, bro. I like him a lot. So, damn. So you like Nick Singleton more than Katron Allen? I used to like Nick Singleton more, and then the more I watched Penn State, I was like, I think Katron Allen is better, bro. I don't know when I started feeling that way.
Yeah, I think Nick Singleton is better. I'm not a big fan of two guys same team on the list.
Yeah. I'm with you.
It's like putting it's like having 2 quarterbacks. No,
right.
I just know you're not a big fan of that. So
nah, I hate it. I absolutely despise it, bro. So
I get it sometimes. No, I get it sometimes.
So we've been planning our ACC media days. Who are you most excited to talk to, player or coach?
If I get to Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick, you'll get to him. You'll get to him in the breakout.
Hopefully, Louisville named Jeff Brown.
Jeff Brown.
Yeah, I want to ask him how his day's going.
Let's go. Give me a player. Give me one player. If he's there.
If he's there, I like Jamal Haynes last year. He was cool.
Yeah.
Haynes King was also cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know who else was cool? Amarion Hampton. He was cool last year.
He was.
I mean, of course, he's in the NFL now, but yeah, probably Jamal Haynes. Jamal Haynes is like a very cool person.
Yeah, he's humble, man. He's real down to earth, man.
Yeah, probably Cam Ward might have been my favorite person there last year.
Yeah, he had his folks there, man. That shit was cool.
Yeah. I know Eli Alamaner was also pretty cool. All of them was cool. Like Patrick Payton was kind of cool.
Yeah, they were though. You're right. I think a lot of times people don't realize that these kids just they're young adults, man.
Wasn't it a kid that came in there with an iced out chain? Was he like on Cal or something like that?
Nah, he was on Louisville.
Okay.
Lord Dirk, the cornerback. Riley. What was his name?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Did y'all say he looked like Lil Durk? Honestly, I didn't see it.
Yeah. What's his name? Yeah, he had an iced out chain.
I think Patrick Payne came on there with a nice chain too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and then I think Pitt's safety came out too. Quincy Riley.
Yeah. I think they released they should have released if they released the dates, they should have released the teams by now, right?
They should have.
Because I looked at it. I thought I looked at the right one. It looked like North Carolina was not going to be was not going to be there on the last day. So like that's what's up.
Because you didn't get to see them last year, did you?
No, I left the last day.
That's what I thought.
And they was there the last day.
All right.
He does not look like Lil Durk. I don't know where y'all.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
He just got blonde dreads. That's it.
He doesn't at all. I don't know why we were saying it. I certain pictures he do look like Dirk Hill though.
I don't see it. I don't see it at all. Eventually got blonde dreads. That's it. Oh yeah. I mean, Casey, dye your dreads blonde. They gonna start calling you Darkio.
Nah, I'm not doing that, bro. I'm old school, man. These right staying black, man.
Yeah, so wait, so you tell me you wasn't on the train when people had like the little dye tips?
Nah, no, come on.
Okay.
I'm from the DMV, man. No.
People doing their hair back in like 2012,
Nah,
2013.
they do it here too. I can't get with that.
Yeah, people were doing that 2012, 2013. It wasn't the whole dread. It was like just the tip
Yeah,
of the
just like
dread.
the edge, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, buddy.
Dye blonde usually, and then around 2016, that's when people start coloring on red, or start dyeing it in red or green or something like that. So purple. When Lil Uzi came out, that's kind of when it's like
right. Everybody, it became the cool thing to do. So tell them what you've been working on lately, brother.
Yeah, work on this Alabama dynasty video.
Okay.
And everything. I got a collab with Scott Fisher coming out soon. Don't know.
Hey, congratulations! That's major, bro. Congratulations on that. You earned that, bro. Like I remember when you and Moon group text, you had sent that. I said that's a major key.
Yeah,
and we making major moves, man. I can't wait. I can't wait till we get down to Charlotte, though. Yeah, Charlotte was fun as shit. I can't wait. Bro. I just keep
I might stay to the 24th, but it'd just be like last year where I leave like in the morning.
You gotta stay, bro. I just know whenever we go to the after events, I'm walking home. I'm not.
Bro, those things was trash though, bro.
They
like
the
walk home was the fun part. Going there was trash.
They guy had a rooftop again.
Yeah, we sat at the.
Yeah,
you talking about the
walk home
was there? Or you talking about the one whenever we was there last year? We sat at the rooftop.
Nah, 2023. That rooftop joint was crazy, guys.
They gonna do it like last year. They're gonna have it in the hotel lobby with that bogus barbecue. Hey,
no.
Hey, North Carolina barbecue is not good. I don't care what nobody says. That stuff is disgusting. Oh.
Hey, that's funny, man. Nah, because it's going back to the old hotel. Because the food was trash last year too. I ain't gonna lie. It's going back to
the breakfast was hitting though. The breakfast hit. The little stuff they served at the after party.
Nah, it was mid, bro. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. It's gonna be fun, bro. I can't wait. I'm excited to go out to Big 12, but it's like uncharted waters. You know what I'm saying? But going to ACC and like I feel like we got so much motion down there, bro.
You gonna try to go to Big 10?
You gonna go to Big 10? That'd be cool. I haven't went there. I know they have it at Lucas Oil every year, right?
Yeah, I think so. Hey, I gotta try to go to the Big 10. Get the foot in the door there. For real.
Yeah, we need to, man. So I know we'll definitely be in Frisco for Big 12 media days. It's only 2 days, but ACC will always be home, bro. Can't wait, man. As I always like to say, there are no more victories in the sport that survive in the fast. That's why college football has the greatest regular season. Until next time, man, y'all take care.